Hi, welcome to my channel, Alternatively Speaking. I'm JJ, otherwise known as the Practical Alchemist. And today I want to talk to you about elections and maybe an alternative way of looking at them, if you're not too bored by it all by now. Yeah, we're heading for elections. There's a bit of election fever going on all over the world right now. Well, in a lot of places in the world right now. And the UK is no exception. We are voting on the 4th of July, Independence Day. Now, there's a thing. And I have to say that I've had a whole load of stuff in from various political parties, all the stuff here. And I think, along with a lot of people, I'm a little bit over our political parties here. I'm a little bit over the system. It's crumbling before our eyes. We're just not getting anywhere fast with a lot of these politicians out there. Our leaders are just talking rubbish half the time. So what do? Maybe you decide you're not going to actually engage with it all because it's all just too ridiculous and useless. Well, I was of that mind for a little while. And then more recently, I realized that actually, maybe sometimes it is worth voting. And, that's where I am now. I know that I will vote in the election on July the 4th. And I know who I'm going to vote for. But let me tell you what my thought process about this is right now. And I used to work in journalism. I used to be a mainstream media journalist, and I also used to work on a political program at one point where we were interviewing politicians and people in the political sphere day in, day out. But I'm past all that now. And when I look back on that, I realize that there aren't that many MPs, that many representatives, people in government who I had a great deal of time for. Sorry, all of you people, if you do remember me, if any of you are watching. But yeah, I'm just kind of over it all, as I think a lot of us are, because we can see that it's not working. And we do need something different. But until we get to that different thing that we all want, whatever that is, that we have to create, we're still stuck with this system. So what do? Well, I don't think we can do nothing. But here's what I'm doing, and here's what I think that it would be great if we could all do, is be active, proactive, rather than passive in the way that we engage with these elections. So what do I mean by that? I mean, get to know who your candidates are. Get to speak to them if you can. Not a lot of time left at the moment, but if you can, get to speak to them, or really look at the electioneering leaflets and pamphlets that they're sticking through your door and say, are you really addressing anything that affects me directly and my community? Are you going to be a good constituency MP? Because that's where it really matters. It matters in the constituency to a far greater degree than ever before. Are your representatives, are our representatives taking care of our communities, taking care of us, what our needs are, and all the struggles that we're going through right now? You can kind of forget all the big promises, all the grandstanding, or the grandiose plans that some of these political leaders are putting out that they're going to do if they get voted in. It's all much of a muchness. What we really need to be going forward on is the community basics. What are they doing within communities? Because each community is different. We have to understand that too. Where I live in Scotland is very different to London. We have very different objectives. We have very different issues. So, voting for a London-based or a London-centric policy don't really do much for us here. So what I think we all should do, and you can do it or not, it's up to you. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. It's up to you. But what I think is a better way of going about it, it's rather than opting out of the voting process, rather than saying, well, I'm not going to have anything to do with that because it's just too much of a nonsense, Instead of that, say, okay, what's the best out of a bad lot? What's the best of the bunch? In other words, who's going to do more for us at community level? Because community is the way forward. That's our alternative way forward, is empowering communities. So maybe this could be a start. I don't know, maybe not. What do you think? I'd really love to hear what your thoughts are on this as well. As I say, I'm not telling you who to vote for. I know who I will vote for. All I'm saying is let's be a bit more proactive about who we choose to represent us. Now, as ever, if you like this video, if this has piqued your interest, please do comment, like, and share, and please subscribe. I will be starting to do these daily thoughts from now on. Just, my little hobby horses, but also just to kind of maybe highlight some alternative ways of being, alternative ways of living our lives, which will be much more beneficial for all concerned. So, yeah, do support me if you can in liking and sharing and commenting and all those good things. And hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.